Welker wearing the green today on this special presentation of the NBA on St. Patrick's Day. This is Kevin Harlan with my partners Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. Doris Burke is on the sideline. Lakers looking to make the most out of their home court advantage here at Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And now we take a brief check at the matchups. Our starting five for both teams. Someone will be keeping an eye on Ty Lawson.
Well, we know he loves to push the ball in transition. And even if he doesn't have any help, any wing runners, I mean, he has the knack to weave his way through traffic and score on his own.
And here's something else, Steve. He invites contact when he's attacking the rim. He doesn't try to finesse his way through anything. He's going through bodies.
Take a look at the Nuggets. With most of their upcoming games taking place at home, they have a chance here to make a nice little push.
You know, looking at the Nuggets, they performed at a level well below what I thought they were capable of. I mean, I expected a much, much better showing out of them.
You're not the only one who thought that, Clark. I mean, even if they weren't going to be an elite team, I think most people felt they would at least be competitive and solid, but they are really struggling.
And here's Johnson outside. No luck. Now Denver takes it the other way. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
And one of the factors in that game was they just couldn't get to the foul line and get enough points from the free throw line to make a difference.
And it gave those opposing fans a boost every time another foul shot clanked off the rim. They were letting them hear about that.
And that one's good.
That's an efficient start for them offensively, working it inside for the easy 2 points.
Yeah, Clark, I think they can really attack this club in the paint. That's where they can win this game if they dominate there.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Marshall, Lawson defending. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. Let's now catch up with what's going on around the NBA as we go to our studios. Here's Damon Bruce.
All right, Kevin, thanks so much. Let's take a look at the games from around the league that have already wrapped up. The Rockets in Houston took the win over the Jazz. Oklahoma City ended up with a loss to the Bulls out at United Center. They've now gone 3 for their last 4. Their leading scorer, Kevin Durant. That's about all the time we have for us until the Sprint halftime report. Back to you guys.
And thank you, Damon, as always.
And definitely some excitement building around the league as we get closer to the postseason. There's a lot of jockeying for position in terms of the playoff seedings. So some of the games already have that playoff feel to them.
Now, here is Lawson. A really disappointing game for him in that loss to Atlanta.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
Well, since the new CBA, the league has made the luxury tax much more punitive. But certainly the Lakers blessed with the financial wherewithal to be a tax-paying team. The problem is it can hurt your flexibility under the new rules just to make deals, and that's going to be the challenge for LA.
Now, here is Lawson, averaging 18 points a game. And that one's good. Brooks.
The defenders need to talk to each other. The communication lacking there on that three-pointer.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by, Doris Burke had a chance to catch up with head coach Brian Shaw. Doris, what do you have to say?
I asked him what he'd most like to see from his team today, and he told me we'd really like to keep Pau Gasol under wraps in this one. He went on to explain that Gasol can take over games with his efficiency on the offensive end, and the key to their win will be getting a hand in his face every time. Guys?
And as always, Doris, thank you. You talk about the huge fan base for the Lakers, Clark, one of the marquee franchises certainly in the entire NBA.
I would even stretch that to all of sports, Kevin. The market and their finances clearly have helped them gain that stature, but you can't shortchange the organization, the people making the decisions. They've been a winner for a long time, and that's been the magic ingredient that's attracted fans, players, sponsors, the full package.
And here is Marshall. Wilson Chandler getting his 3 to go. Meeks inside the three-point line. And the foul called on Pau Gasol. That's his first foul. J.J. Hickson, he's checked in for Mozgov. Last game for the Lakers, it was a loss to the San Antonio Spurs.
Well, shooting as poorly as they did, there was very little chance they were going to win that game, guys.
Yeah, there was sort of a snowball effect in the game that I saw. I mean, what started as a cold night for a few guys became contagious. It became a cold night for everybody.
Boy, he is a strong finisher on the fast break.
Yeah, he sure is. He remains in total control, even at full speed. I love that about him.
Denver leading by 4. Lawson with it. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Chandler attacking. Brooks with it. And it's Johnson picking him up. 5 to shoot. And taken away by Johnson. And it's the Lakers on the break. Meeks leading the charge. Shot is off. Excellent defense from Kenneth Faried.
Well, Ty Lawson given the keys to this Nuggets offense last year by George Karl. And I think Brian Shaw now has similar confidence in his point guard, allowing him to really run this team in transition, get them out and firing.
And going back to Lawson and his quickness, one of the fastest guards, I think, Clark, end-to-end in this game.
Yeah, and I think he's just a lot stronger than people think, and he's a terrific finisher around the rim for a guy who's probably only about 5'10". I know they try to list him taller than that, but he is a dynamo and a terrific point guard. I love watching him go.
Here's Sacre. His last outing, he had 8 points. Lock at 6. Kicks it out to Johnson. Shoots it. And it's Denver with the rebound. Last time they met was in Denver.
And the physical nature of their last meeting was just as they had hoped for. And they drew a ton of fouls in that game and went on to win it. The defenders have to be aware. They cannot allow him that position before he catches the ball.
You're exactly right, Steve. That is his domain.
Farmar with the bucket.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And that's going to open things up for them on the perimeter going forward, Clark.
And I want to hear your take on what Steve was just talking about, Clark. How big a role do you think foul trouble played in that win?
Yeah, it was large, humongous, I think, because of the foul trouble. That forced them to use lineups down the stretch that they weren't really comfortable with. So it was a big, big factor.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Miller's checked in. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. Let's take this chance to bring you now the hottest shooters from downtown this month. You look at Farmar, a dangerous player from three-point land, a great talent with a great release.
Well, it's not just that he's getting the baskets, Kevin, but he's been doing a great job of getting open for his shot. So it's a combination of making shots, but before that, getting himself open to take the shot. Well, you know, it doesn't seem like they've missed many shots here.
And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk. Savage, that's the way to get some momentum on your side.
Absolutely. Those dunks can really have a deflating effect on the defense.
Especially coming from a guy out of the backcourt.
You're right. They've been shooting lights out here in the first quarter.
Yeah, and Kevin, they're playing with tremendous confidence right now.
Well, Hickson is a strong, athletic big man out of NC State. He can definitely finish around the rim. And I think he's improved his offensive game the last couple of years as well.
Yeah, he sure has, Steve, and he's an aggressive player. Loves to throw the ball down and get over the defense whenever he gets inside. He's trying to tear the rim down, which is always exciting. Now here's Johnson, averaging 9 points per contest, and the call will be against Fournier. That's his first foul. 20 seconds left in the first quarter. Doubled by Hickson. Farmar to Bazemore. Stolen by Vesely.
That is one of the more difficult passes to make. He had a very narrow gap to squeeze it through, and he couldn't get it done.
Fournier hits it from three-point range. Fournier's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Farmar, and that's not even close. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Nuggets lead by 9. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports.